Hi, I am Natalie and this is my story. Every girl, when she is born, thinks she has a superhero. Many call him mom, grandfather, or like me, dad. Girls most of the time create a close and strong bond with our dad and see him as the savior who will always care for and help in difficult circumstances. This is the story of my dad and how quickly he left us. It all started in the year 2021, exactly 1 year ago to be specific, in the month of May. We were in the middle of the pandemic. My dad was a very cautious person and he took great care of himself with respect to COVID-19. But unfortunately, COVID came to our house. It came exactly when we were not prepared for it. In my house, there was a strong tension with my dad because of the constant fights and disagreements we had with him, my brother, mom, and my person. My dad was stressed and tensed because he was presenting his final work of his master degree, and maybe those early morning nights and that lack of sleep made him very irritating. My dad was the first to have symptoms, but let's get back and start from the beginning of it all. My dad had COVID and he didn't know, and so he got vaccinated. When he came back, he felt bedridden, high fever, and mommy suggested he go to the doctor. He went and the doctor told him he had COVID, to which he refused and didn't believe. The next day in the afternoon, he went to bath, and being in the bathroom, his breath is cut off. And as soon as he leaves the bathroom, he enters my room and tells me that he ran out of breathing. I didn't know what to say, and now I think about it, I would have told him to go to the clinic before it was too late. That situation caused a very strong argument to front between my dad and my brother, thinking about who would have brought COVID. And my dad was not the one who brought it. Is it presumed that the person who performed domestic service here in the house was the one who infected us? They spaced and I was in a strong environment here in the house, and my dad summoned the whole family to talk and apologize. I remember that moment and my eyes filled with tears and my hair breaks because of the moment I couldn't tell him anything. My brother and he were the ones who spoke, but I don't keep in my mind the beautiful things he told us and the commitments we made as a family. Those days that followed, my dad was walking slowly, agitated, couldn't speak almost, and wondered why didn't go to the clinic right away. They saw with fear in my dad of going to the hospital. Daddy, all that last week he was here in the house, he swallowed the smell of medicinal herbs. He drank hot drinks and everything to help himself, but nothing saved him because his lungs were no longer houseful. That was how, on a Friday of the first week on June, my dad decides to go to the clinic to seek medical attention. Who will say that this will be the last time I will see him leave the house and never return? That same day, my brother called us. He was the one who accompanied Daddy throughout the process. My brother tells us that they have to refer him to the UCU because of the gravity of his lung. I didn't know who to take it and what this was called him, and telling to place me on speaker to give him words of encouragement. So I felt the most shattered inside. My brother came and left him in the COVID ICU in the hospital. My dad was intubated, and after that tracheostomy for lack of oxygen in his lungs. Everything was going well. He was improving day by day, and we thought he was going to recover. Until the day before giving us the news, we had a video call with him, and it was the last time I saw. I opened her eyes when he heard my voice. It was the life gift that God gave me. After that, we didn't see him anymore, and the next morning they called the house to say that he passed away. The most curious things of all is that I dreamed of is death. and seeing my mom screaming, I was asleep. I ran to my brother and see his face. I knew it was true. It was a devastating blow to my family. My dad was the center of my home, the provider, the solace of the whole family, and the most charismatic man. And something also a little curious was that he knew that it was his time to leave, because before going to the clinic, he apologized to all the people that he felt hurt, or that he didn't get along, and left a letter to his children. One day, in the early morning, he entered the room where I sleep with my brother to tell us that he loved us very much. Something it hurts us to say directly, but I was got well over it. After all this happened, my grandmother, my dad's mom, who died too strong, a bond with him got sick, and a month later she died. We all say it was sad because he says he didn't want to live if my dad was gone. This is the story so raw that it has been difficult to cope, but overcoming every day to move forward, because it is what my dad and my grandmother wanted.
¿Te acuerdas de mí? No me menciones.